The $97 marketing strategies. Listen, marketing is critical to every business. You can be either one of many or one of a kind. Much of our nation's small businesses are very confused about the difference between marketing and advertising. Let me quickly explain. Marketing is your message. That's who you are, what you do, and how you do it differently than everyone else. Now, advertising is the media you use to get your message to the people. TV, radio, newspaper, internet, mail, email, direct mail campaigns, all those things are your advertising media. Most companies have an unconscious marketing effort. They see what their competitors are doing and do exactly the same thing. That strategy makes you look like everyone else. Typical advertising presents the exact same message that every other company in your industry says. Basically, we have the best products or services. How many times have you heard that? We've been around since whenever, which does it really matter if they have the best products, other than, that they started yesterday. And we have the best prices, which price, unless you're a commodity, is rarely the issue. What we do in the $97 marketing strategy is to make you the red guy that gets all the attention. All your competitors will continue to look just the same, but you'll stand out in that crowd. So you can be one of many, or you can be one of a kind. Listen, if I lined you up with all of your competitors against a wall, and I had you take 2 steps out in front of them, and then we brought in someone and said, who do you want to pick? They would pick the guy standing out in front because he's different. He doesn't look like everyone else. That's what we need to do, and that's what I do with the $97 marketing strategy. Today's market is way too competitive to be throwing money down the toilet, which is exactly what most companies are doing with their advertising dollars. What you do need is a unique selling proposition. As Dan Kennedy, who's probably one of the top marketers in the country, puts it, why should someone do business with you versus any of your competitors, and including not doing anything at all? We want you to stand out from the crowd. We need a unique selling proposition to do that. So the very first thing that needs to happen is creating your unique selling proposition, or a USP. As part of this $97 strategy package, you'll get me one-on-one for up to 1 hour to create your unique selling proposition. I typically charge $250 for that hour, and I've had clients who have used just this one part and have ended up saying, I don't need anything else. Just giving me a unique selling proposition has given me more clients than I can handle. Once we have your USP, then we create the internet and local marketing strategies. Now, every industry is different, so that's part of the assessment. You will also get a new 1 to 5 page WordPress search engine optimized website built upon your unique selling proposition and the associated keywords. What we do is we find out what the keywords are of what people are actually searching for in your business and your industry, and then build an entire campaign around that so people find you the best. The website will be hosted on my server. You'll be responsible for updating content on a weekly or semi-weekly basis, and the hosting fees are $20 a month. These are included in your $97 a month, which is, for 9 months, $180 value. Videos are the best way to get a great page ranking on Google because Google owns YouTube. So what we do is we have an entire campaign about videos. We create 2 videos for you, one from either Stupaflix or GoAnimate, and the second one of you explaining your unique selling proposition, or a Ryan Dice style words video. Either way, you'll have 2 videos, and that is a $400 value. To help you with the rankings, we're going to take those 2 videos and post them out to about 30 video directories with all the links pointing back to the correct place. I've had clients where simply the 2 videos put them on the first page of Google, and a lot of times in the number 1 and number 2 position. Again, Everything we do is designed to make you look different, and so you stand out from the crowd. The next thing is that we're going to get you listed on at least 5 of the quote-unquote local listings sites. There's a system called getlisted.org, and it gives us a rating of your marketing number with all these local places. Now, the 3 that we're actually going to do for everyone is Google Places or Plus, Local Yahoo, Bing Business Portal, and then 2 others depending on your industry where we think you can get the most exposure and you'll be found the most. For these listings, I'll need up to 10 photos of your business, and that can be the front of your building, signs, you, people who work for you, products, you at your desk, whatever it is, a QR code, that kind of thing. At least 1 video from you besides the 2 I'm making. We typically ask for a testimonial. Now you can do up to 10 videos, you can do up to 10 photos and up to 5 videos. The more of these, the better you rank. Plus I'll need your hours, the physical location, the payment type of information, etc. Plus I'll be working on a form so you can actually give me that information online, and it's all automated. I've done this package for companies. This is $750 value. A lot of places charge $1,500, $2,000, $2,500 just for this local business directory. Next, we're going to have a 400 to 750 word article written, and this will help establish you as the expert. This article will be your landing page on your new website. Listen, everyone would rather do business with the expert in that field or that industry. My additional recommendation is that you spend about 30 minutes to an hour minimum every day learning everything you can about your industry, or at least a specific niche that we're trying to make you stand out from the crowd in. Like I said, people would rather do business with the expert than a guy who does not have answers and seems not to understand or know what that industry is about and how to make sure they have the best experience possible. The next thing we do with that article is that we syndicate it. We will put that out on Send, HubSpot, and Easing article directories, plus probably about a dozen others. This all adds credibility to who you are, adds validity to you being an expert. You'll also get a copy of this you can use for press releases and also to hand out to clients and potential customers. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to apply the first principle of what's called attraction marketing to your business. We'll create a free report teaching people how to select someone in their industry, what to do so they ensure themselves as getting the maximum value possible. A lot of times this is ways to avoid pitfalls in selecting someone to do a job or get products from or services from. What I will do is I'll locate an article that has kind of the format, what we're looking for, then you'll be responsible for filling in the details. This is the first principle of attraction marketing. Give people something of value well before they need it and use it to build trust. Let me tell you a quick story. There was a gal who owned a moving company in a pretty small town, and she had a Yellow Pages ad. What she did was she changed the Yellow Pages ad. Instead of saying what all of her competitors said, moving, pick me, she put out a free report of how to make sure your goods did not get damaged during a move. As a result of changing this one thing, she ended up with over 80% of all the business in that town. It got to be so popular that she actually subcontracted her competitors to take the overflow that she could not handle from her own business. Next, we put on your website a way to sign up for this free report. Typically, it's asking for a name and an email address. Sometimes it may be a name, email address, and a phone number. Sometimes you'll give the report away for free. You may have them sign up for a newsletter. Newsletters are very popular, and it is a way of staying in front of people, and that will be on your site. The data from that sign-up goes into a database that you can follow up with emails, have an autoresponder email series, and also if we get a phone number, then you can follow up with a phone call. You'll have your own account in what's called the front office or a contact manager system. It's a system that I use. And the first 90 days, we're going to waive the fees for that, which is typically $33 a month or about $100. As a front office system, it actually gives you the ability to track your expenses and categorize them, track mileage, which is way overlooked for most small businesses, plus email broadcasts. You can do texting broadcast messages. You can also do an autoresponder series, plus tracking your follow-up on potential customers, making sure that no one falls through the cracks, and that you schedule appointments in a timely fashion to follow up with someone. People who follow up on a regular basis get far more business than those who don't. It just stands to reason. Okay, educating the public is very inexpensive with these free reports as downloaded PDFs. Essentially, it's the time invested to write the report, and then you don't do anything else except for follow-up when they say, oh, I wanted your report. You start building a list, and then you continue to give additional tips or reiterate the tips that were in your initial report, but it builds trust between you and that customer, but it's fully automated so it doesn't take time away from you from what you do every day in your business. Now, one of the quickest ways to obtain more customers is to get to the top of page 1 of Google. The easiest way to do that is AdWords, and that's the easiest and quickest way by using what's called pay-per-click. What you do is, you've seen these sponsored ads at the top of Google. You click on that. Google charges the company that listed that ad everything from a couple pennies to sometimes $20, $30, $40, depending on your industry. What we will do as part of this $97 strategy is you will get $100 of AdWords, pay-per-click ads, for your industry, for the keywords that we identify, and so you'll get $100 of those ads included in the system. Again, we're trying to do everything we can to make sure you get noticed. I say here I recommend, but actually, if you don't have an account and you don't want to get one, I will get one for you. A Gmail or a Google account, and you need a Gmail address. We also want you to have a free Google Voice phone number, and we're going to use that, and you can have several of them, but we want one of them as a place where you can record a 30-second message to your potential customers that can listen to it for free. It's a free 30-second advertisement, if you will. Now, a real quick story. There was a guy who put his free phone number, info number, on the front of a book that then went out to all the bookstores. On the book, without even purchasing it, here's his phone number. Well, what did everybody do? They called the phone number. They ended up buying the book not through the publisher where he would make 10, 15, 20, 25 cents per book, but directly from him, either through an electronic format or something, and he made far more off of that by just having this phone number on there. It's a very valuable tool. Almost nobody has one. You're going to have one. You'll see the value of this over time. You'll also get a mobile website. My brother has these large spring clean laundromats here in Wichita, one on South Webb, one on North Ridge, and now there's a new one opening up on North Woodlawn. And what I've done is I did his website, did all the keyword search, all that stuff, and we're finding, because I track traffic, 50% of all the searches for Wichita laundromats is now coming through smartphones. This is only going to increase over time. So we want to make sure that you have a website, a mobile website that comes up and looks good on a smartphone, is easy to navigate, and so as part of this package, you will get a mobile website. Typically, most guys in the local marketing industry are charging $1,000. Some are charging $1,500. I've heard $1,800, $2,000 for a mobile website. So I'm listing this at a $1,000 value, but it could be a lot more. You'll also get a QR code. Now, QR code stands for quick response. You've probably seen these little black and white checkered boxes. And the box has, if you take a picture of it with your smartphone, it gives you information. Now, we can do it so that it sends them right to your mobile website. We can do it so that it has your contact information, address, phone number, depending on what you need in your industry and what we want the customer or potential customer to do next, because that's what marketing does. It gets them to do the next thing. At the end of each week, I will provide a report on your Alexa ranking. This is a ranking of your website that's tracked by a company called Alexa, both internationally and nationally, so you can see that the work we're doing actually is bringing you up the scale. Also, we'll do an evaluation of the traffic to your site depending on what kind of traffic you're getting, and do an analysis to make sure the things we're doing are working for you. All of this preceding work will be done in what's called front loading. It's all done in the first month. In order to make sure we have the impact that we're looking for your business, we have a lot of work to do the first 30 days. And if you spread it out, it just takes longer to get you some momentum. So what we do is we do it all in the first month so that it helps you get momentum quicker. It takes these kinds of strategies done all at once to really get the punch you need to obtain more customers. Total retail value for month 1 is, and I break this down real quick, your unique selling proposition, $250, website, $1,000, hosting, $180, 2 videos, $400, video syndication, another $200, local directory listings, $750, first article, $100, the contact manager and front office system, 3 months, is $100, pay-per-click AdWords, $100, mobile website is another $1,000, QR code is $1,000, for a total of $4,180 worth of high-powered, highly targeted marketing strategies just from the first month. Month 2. In order to continue to work on your ranking in Google to get you on page 1 and at the top of page 1, it takes what's called backlinks. They need to be creditable. So in month 2, we start up another promotional campaign to get your website and your video listed on about 600 social media sites. That's a $300 value. Followed with a backlink pyramid wheel creation. That gives you another $200 value as well. All these things help you stand out from the crowd, like this. Month 3, we'll write a second article, add that to your website, syndicate it through Send, HubSpot, and Easy Articles at least. It's a $150 value. We'll create 1 new video to continue to work on ranking your page or your business on page 1, and we'll obviously syndicate that out to about. One last point. Mike Gerbic, who, if you've been around Wichita much at all, is absolutely the most successful realtor in Wichita, hands down. He closes more deals and can prove it. Flexible fees, use of a handyman, use of his moving truck, ability to fire him if you don't like what he's doing. You can even sell your house while under contract with him and not pay him a dime in fees because he did not earn them. So anyway, he says he's applying for a job because he wants to be your realtor, and he's great at it. Mike Gerbic is brilliant in his marketing campaign. It's a deliberate, concise, calculated, conscious marketing campaign that has paid off extremely well. We do well to learn from it and utilize as much of it as possible. Recapping. Month 1, value $4,180. Month 2, $500. Month 3, another $350 worth of value, for a total for the $97 strategies package. This is worth about a little over $5,000 worth of services that should yield you far more than that, even if you paid full price, in customers and new business. There are plenty of strategies not covered in this $97 strategy package. I want to cover them briefly. They are things such as a direct mail campaign, SMS text message campaigns, mobile apps, customer recovery, reputation management, to list a few. I'm available to work with you on some of these extra campaigns for additional fees. We'll discuss those fees at that time when we realize, because of the amount of work to be done the first month, I'm limited in the number of clients I can put on this program. it looks like I will be able to take about 2 or 3 new clients a week at most, in order to make sure I get everything done for everyone that needs to happen in a timely fashion. So you can sign up below to start your own $97 strategy. It's not $5,030. It's not half of that. It's not $2,000. It's literally under $1,000. It's $97 to start, $97 per month for 9 months, automatically deducted from your debit or credit card every 30 days. That's $5,030 worth of top-notch marketing strategies for a 9-month commitment at just $97 a month for a total of just $970. One last thing. Should I get you to at least 200% or doubling your business in the next year, I believe it's only fair that we profit share. So starting 1 year after we start your $97 strategy program, and if you reach the 200% increase, my ongoing profit sharing fees will be 3.16% of your gross for an additional 2 years. This profit sharing is optional. It is designed to keep me engaged for a total of 3 years versus just 3 months, and will ensure my involvement to help you be far more successful. It is also negotiable because I understand that profit sharing on products and services are very different. My goal is to have a program that more businesses can take advantage of and that I can help achieve more. The $97 marketing strategies must be a win-win solution for everyone, including me as well, so making sure we have a deal that all parties feel is equitable is very important to me. So you can continue doing what you're doing, or you can lead your market. Which will it be? Click the big Buy Now button below to lock in your place in this $97 strategy. Go ahead, click that now, get signed up. We'll schedule you and get you started immediately.